Alrighty guys, it's your friend Adam here, doing some more Industrial Revolution 3 today. We're going to be doing something a little bit different. I am pausing our playthrough to do a little testing of the defenses that we're going to need. I've dug a little bit more into this evolution factor. It's a little harder to see in this video because I've shrunk the UI back to its normal size. It looks so different to me now. Isn't that funny? I always play with it like this, but then after 10 hours of it being 150%, this just looks wild. Well, anyways, you can't see this. Maybe you can if you're on a TV or a computer. But if you're on the phone, you can't. The Viter evolution right now is 43.2%, and we are 10.5 hours in. If you've been following along, you know that the time is the only thing increasing the pollution. I've turned off the pollution factor and I've turned off the biter base destroy factor. So it's just time. And I wasn't sure what exactly that was going to mean when I said it. I didn't know if it was going to be linear, which means, you know, in twice as long, in 21 hours, we are going to be at 86%. Twice the evolution as now. That's definitely not the case. I looked into a bit more, calculated some important times that we need to keep track of. After about 15 hours, the big biters are going to show up at a biter evolution of 50%. So we have less than 5 hours until big biters show up. The behemoth biters, on the other hand, aren't going to show up for at least 100 hours. I'm not exactly sure, because it's kind of a recursive function where every second the evolution increase changes a little bit. And so I didn't simulate that far out. But I did it just every hour. Every hour the evolution increase is going to change. And that is not as conservative, but I got about 140 hours is when we're going to hit behemoth biters. So I'm going to guess that it's going to be maybe 120 hours, but who knows? But I really don't think we have to worry about it, possibly at all for this playthrough. I don't think there's going to be 200 half-hour episodes of this by the time I'm finished. Maybe some of you watching in the future will be able to tell. That could be exciting. 100 hours from now, are we fighting behemoths? Anyways, the real thing we have to worry about are big biters. So, I am going to go into editor mode here. And the way to do that is \editor, and it asks you to repeat the command because if you do this, you disable achievements. So you do it twice, brings up the screen, and then your engineer is replaced with nothing. We just zoom around the map like a spirit. What I want to do is find the biters right here. And this is why I put the UI scale down, because with 150% UI, I wasn't able to see these biters. Okay, and now we can put a big biter down and see what it does to these little pillboxes. I believe the playtime has paused, so let us play it. Yes, indeed. And, okay. So we learned some things. We learned that these pillboxes can indeed kill big biters. It might take a little bit. But we also learned that big biters can attack through walls. Now, I don't think the smaller biters can. Let's just test that out. Yes, the medium biters attack the walls and do not hit the turrets beyond the walls. But let's just say we have 2 big biters and 2 big spitters. These bad boys, I think, will destroy the pillboxes. Oh, wow, yeah. And shoot through our ammo, too. Did we kill that biter at least? Yeah, it went over here. Okay, so we are going to have to be a little careful. We can't just trust on these pillboxes to save us. So let's go ahead and create a blueprint book. I'm going to have a new one. This one I'm not going to use for this playthrough. That's on some previous IR3 playthroughs I've done. We'll call this Let's Play IR3. All right. And what's the distinctive What about a steam pipe? That's pretty distinctive for this playthrough. All right, and then we will put this blueprint book here for now so that I can see. Actually, let's do another blueprint book and call it the military. Put a gun, maybe? Okay. And let's put that there. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is build a better pillbox. Let's do 3x3 instead of 2x2, and let's put a space between the wall and the turrets. That will make sure that the big biters have to attack the wall first. We could also do that. Is that worth doing? I don't think so. You know, do 2 layers of walls, 3 layers of walls, something like that? No, I don't think so. Let's go ahead and load these up with iron and just test this out briefly. Say, how many big biters is that? A lot of big biters. They're through the walls. We lost 1. We lost 2. Went to go get our others. So this should be plenty. That should be plenty. And we chewed through, wow, each turret. Might be hard to tell because the UI is small, but each turret only has 84 ammo in it. Each turret used 16 magazines. Wow. I forget how much. Can I put an assembler down and see how expensive these are? 2 plates, 2 rods. That's 4 ingots per 1 magazine. 4 ingots for 1 magazine. 16 times 9 times 4. That's how many ingots we just used up on those big biters. That is crazy. Well, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough game. Now, I do have a pretty good idea on how we can deal with all this ammo. Let's call this pillbox. That is what you call these, right? Pillboxes? Hopefully. Does it bother anyone that the turret's off? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Okay. The other thing I want to do. Do you think we can do you think we can get away with using pillboxes until we unlock flamethrowers? I think we can. It will be fun. Let's try it. So flamethrowers are going to revolutionize our defenses. Flamethrowers are so darn good. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to put a solid wall for now. I'm going to put the flamethrowers far enough away from the wall that big biters can't attack it. Big spitters can't attack it. Yeah, it has to walk around. Wow, these don't have much of a range, do they? 16, and this has 30 range. Yeah, so that's maybe about right. I think it got closer than it needed to. All right, how do I delete this thing? No, right click on it? Yeah, okay. Okay. So yeah, we can put the flamethrowers here and it should be fine. Whew, let's get some pipes. And we can put these as far away as we want, basically. Then what we're going to do is put guns behind. I think that's going to be good. How many? And that might look scary to you guys, but I don't think I'm very scared. Now there is something else we can do with these walls, but it will use up a lot of walls. The question is, How many times do I want to build these defenses? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Trying to put some redundancy in here. If I did something like that, and then if one pole is destroyed, it will reach. Let's see what that does. Oh. And so it's tileable by 3. Oh, I don't like that. Let us make sure it's tileable by every single one, because what's going to happen is I'm going to like copy and paste this and then try and put it down. And as long as the turrets are good, then everything should be good. Yeah, let's do that. Just make sure that's all the way. Okay. Yeah, this is some major redundancy with these power poles. I think that's what I want. They're not super expensive, are they? Wire and iron ingots, I believe. And then let's go ahead and put another wall in front of these flamethrowers. Okay. And now it's just a matter of blueprinting something like that. However, before we do that, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a second tier. So once we have enough stone, once we have enough walls, we are going to replace this thing with something much better. We're going to replace it with a little maze. One more, I think. And it's going to look something like this. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. 2 layers deep. Now this is going to be fantastic. I want this much further out. Nope. Cut, not copy. That should be fine. I'm questioning whether I want to move these closer. Let's move them closer. Okay, but then the question is, how do we make this tileable? And that's because these flamethrowers from here to here, they are 9 turrets. Each one is 2 tiles wide, so 18 tiles. Whereas from here to a similar distance is only, well, each one of these are 7, 8. So from here to here is 16 tiles. So the lowest common denominator of basically 8 and 18. That would just be 24, right? No, I need 18 and 8. So I think I just need to multiply 18 by 4. Gross. 36 won't work, will it? What if I... yes. Here's what I do. Here's what I do. Instead of having this be 18 tiles wide, I just make it 16 tiles wide. And now it is just perfect. Wait, it's not perfect? Why isn't it perfect? 16 tiles. Oh, it is perfect. Yep, because it's from here to here. Cool. And then I need to do the same thing over here. That's much cleaner. Cool. So this is tileable by 16 thingamajiggers. Alrighty. Let us 264 and 66. That's not that many more walls. How about we just do away with this? We don't need this. We'll just commit to building all these walls. Now, you guys might want to see this in action, huh? Let's go ahead and tile it first. Let's see. Figure out how to do this. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Oh, all this, sorry. Oh, this, oh gosh. That'll do. That'll do, pig. Oh. We don't need... That'll look nice and symmetrical. Symmetrical? Is symmetrical a word? I don't actually know. And then we want to snap it to a grid, not absolute, but relative. And the width we said... I thought we said 16, so 32? No, just 16. Let's just check this. Something, yeah, beautiful. Maybe we need to include that, and then, I mean, that should be pretty darn nice. Let's replace that with a flamethrower turret to remind ourselves that there are flamethrowers in here. And the wall will remind us that there's a lot of walls. And I think this is gonna work. I think this is gonna work. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, let me show you some other cool stuff we can do in this editor mode. We have infinite power and we have infinite items. Just need to put that down, and then I don't think we have stack inserter stuff, so I don't think that'll work, but we can go ahead and fill up the belt with that, and let's make it easier. I really want to see if we're going to have trouble with like throughput on this yellow belt. If we have a big wave of biters, what happens to the ammo on our belt? Because we chewed up a ton of ammo with those 3x3 pillboxes. Okay, I think that's enough ammo that it's just going to go down the belt now. All right, well, we're waiting for that to fill up. Let's go ahead, put in infinity pipe up, and that will supply our flamethrowers with oil. And they're all filled up with oil. These have more than 10 ammo in them. So let's do this thing. What should we do? What should we do? What if we have all those and all those? That's a lot, isn't it? We'll see what happens. I think you're going to be surprised. Go ahead and predict now. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? You ready? Incredible. Incredible. Should we look at how much ammo we used? Let's see here. Ammo. 24 ammo. Not too bad. Less than 100 ingots of iron. And fluid 153. And I believe, let's just go to one of these things. I believe this gives us 26 per second. So about 1 second worth of oil from this whole field. Cool. That will do. That will do. No walls were attacked either. Pretty cool. All right, now for the worst part. Creating the corners. And what do we want to call this? Perimeter 1. We will also have a perimeter 2 where we put laser turrets down. The laser turrets are pretty cool. And then we'll need a corner too as well. So we should also check that we can turn it sideways like this. And what happens if we run the belts like so? That's probably going to be a good way to figure out the corner. And it all tiles nicely. We have power to all the inserters. That's something you got to double check in the corners sometimes. Yep, looks good. Make sure the belt goes there, and then we can do that for some extra turretage. Let's make these flamethrowers. Not 100% sure where we can put these. Maybe like this. That should be fine. Should be fine. It's just nice to have some extra help in the corner. So these will overlap and be able to attack right over here. Let's see. It's hard to tell, but it looks like there's a gap right around here. There's no flamethrower coverage. Let's go ahead and put one right in front here. Okay, I think that will be nice. Yep. Good. Good. Now how do we do this? I'm not sure. Stair step it down like this. And then try to do the same thing here. Huh. That's promising. Looks like maybe to keep it symmetrical, it would be something like that. And then we would want some extra ones there. I should have done that. Something's... Okay. Yeah. And now we just figure out how this should... I mean, that's fine. Really not super concerned here. Test it out. Let's just see what happens without any without any turrets on. Good. There's no issue here. Yep, there's complete coverage in the corner. I'm looking at the green. This one hits all of this. This one goes out here, so there's overlap here, and then these two in the back overlap here. So we have complete corner. Any turrets can hit here would be kind of what I would be concerned about, and it looks good. So this looks like a pretty good corner to me. Let's go ahead and blueprint here to here. It's kind of a tricky... Did I hit the power? Yeah, I got the power. That looks good to me. Cool. And let's see. Flamethrower and corner one. We don't want to snap this one to the grid. And those power poles are fun. Hopefully that's not just terrible to anyone. Cool. Okay, so now what can we do? We have... where's that? Perimeter one, corner one. I'm a little worried about these guys. Whatever. Oh, why would I be worried about it? We're going to reload the save and everything. Alright. Can I get rid of these clips? Yeah. I love editor mode. Nice, smooth. A true barren wasteland, huh? You guys would like me to turn off cliffs, wouldn't you? So that it's just this everywhere. Alright, so now you can see how quick and easy this is. We'll start with the straight part. Cycle through to the corner, and it will let us plop it down. Ah, I see. So if you look closely here, there's a pipe right here that's blocking. So that is not what I want. We are going to need to... Can I undo the deleting thing? Yep. We're going to need to include the ones all the way back here. Let's go ahead and select new contents, blue. Try to reach from here down to here. Okay, so a little bigger, but that should work. Let's test it out before I undo everything. We'll be dragging that. We'll be putting the corner down before, and then now I put it like this. And there's nothing blocking nothing. Good. Go back to the perimeter. Cycle. Ooh. Did I do absolute? I didn't mean to do absolute. I did relative. That's weird, right? I guess it's... What is happening? Wow, it's not even... Oh my gosh. What's happening here? That's not... That's snapping. Pillbox is not snapping. Relative. Huh. Oh. Okay. We fixed it. Right? We fixed it. Okay. That's so strange. Wonder if that's... Is that a bug in Factorio? So rare. Alright, but now we can... Oop. Undo that. I held down shift while I was scrolling down, trying to zoom out. Okay, cool. And go back here. I wonder if we'll be able to recreate that. I'm going to try to... Nope. Try to put down a little box so we can simulate what our defenses are going to look like. It should snap to both. Looks good. Looks good. Looking good. Let's put up our infinite power. The belt should be continuous because I put that little corner chunk in. Good. I mean, I guess we can just see what happens if I put that down. I guess I can put it in a few different places. And I don't see any power signs. The turrets somehow have ammo in them. Oh, I blueprinted the infinity pipe. Good. How do I get rid of that? Good. Save it. Alright. That should work. Oh, this could be fun. We could see what happens when our supply is cut off. Alright, what do you say, guys? How many big biters can we defend? Oh my gosh. This is going to be absolutely insane. Oh, my computer can't handle it. We've got a problem down in this corner. Something got destroyed. What was it? A wall. I think we did it. Did we do it? Almost. Almost. Turrets are engaged. One wall was destroyed. Wow. The end. I mean, not all these biters attacked. But that was an insane amount of biters. We held them off. Super pleased. We used, what is this? 44 magazines. And we used about... why am I bad at... Sorry, I'm bad at knowing how much oil we used. 223 per minute for about a minute, right? So that's about 223 oil. A negligible amount. Or is it 2.2 thousand? Why can't I read this graph? Sorry, guys. I don't. Whatever. We used what I believe is a negligible amount of oil. Cool. Well, I think we've proven that we can do it. Let's just see what happens with behemoths. Oh, and maybe some spitters. All right. So we're gonna need some extra help when the behemoths come. Although that was just an insane attack. Yeah. We're actually killing them more with the turrets than I would have guessed. That's honestly not as bad as I would have guessed. I was thinking the behemoths would just tear... Well, I was guessing they would either just get totally stuck and then it would be as successful as the big biter attacks were. Or they would come through, and once they came through, everything would get destroyed and the behemoths would never get damaged. And that's not what happened. So, yeah, I'm pleased. Yeah, we lost a lot, but no problem. Well, I think that's going to do it. Later on, we will add laser turrets to these. Could even add another layer of this maze if we want to. But this is going to serve us well. It's going to be very expensive. But it will serve us well. Alright, guys. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that, especially those last few attacks. I'm feeling really good about our defensive situation. A lot better than I have been. And next video, we will resume our playthrough. I'm going to reload where we started from the very beginning of this before I turned on editor mode. Before I forget, I can show you how I change the UI. You go to interface settings and you simply bump that up. I found 150 was pretty good. Wow, okay. Oh, interesting. That moved to the corner. I think that's because editor mode is on, maybe? Not sure. Well, in any case, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.